I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
I wish I could retire. Boy, that'd be sweet.
I cannot wait.
You can consider this my retirement.
Freedom, baby!
Never thought I'd get used to the idea of giving up work and just devoting my life to leisure.
If you got it all in the boring, then you're gonna be bored at retirement because you're not having any money.
I was just trying to go out with a little class.
60% of the time, it works every time.
I get to do every day what I love with people that I love. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
The FIRE movement, that is, financial independence, retire early, promises that an aggressive and often extreme approach to saving and investing will be rewarded with an early retirement, with some pundits touting early 30s as an achievable age. Let me be clear from the beginning. I have full confidence in the principles of FIRE being able to improve almost anybody's life. I don't dislike FIRE as much as I know there are a few problems with it as a sole guiding course to life. Fundamentally, my issue with FIRE is really simple. Life is about the journey, not the destination. Sure, we all want to be liberated from work we don't find enjoying, to be free to pursue what we consider to be a fulfilling life.
I just want to lie on the beach and eat hot dogs. That's all I've ever wanted.
This is a theme that I really want to focus heavily on in this channel in an effort to empower people towards this. However, it cannot come at the expense of your enjoyment of life in the moment. Why do I say this? Well, there are a number of reasons. First, you're not guaranteed tomorrow.
Come on, live a little.
I wouldn't want you to live so purely in the moment that you're not planning for a happy future either.
You haven't set aside anything for the future.
Oh, you know how it is with cops. I'll get shot 3 days before retirement.
It's a balancing act. But the reality is I don't want anyone to ever live in a world where they regret decisions they've made. It's all about balance. I don't advocate for extreme frugality like some YouTubers, though I do believe that we can push back a bit on the pro-consumerism rhetoric that is difficult to avoid. The other major issue that I have with FIRE is that too often people gravitate towards it, more because they're running away from a situation they're not happy in, more than they're actually running towards something that they've thought through. The reality of FIRE is, if it's well executed, then what? You spend 15 years grinding and foregoing simple pleasures in life. To do what? What do you have to do with your time?
I can do whatever I want. Today I drank a beer in the bathroom.
There's got to be more to your life, and when I have spoken with people and sat down to really get to the bottom of it, there almost always is. And it's something more than simply being free from work. So ask yourself, what is that thing for you? What is that passion? And can you start working towards that passion now while living within your means and building wealth for a future with greater freedoms? This is effectively a refined scope of FIRE, and it is truly where I think most people will be happy and flourish.
I was never in this for the money. But it turns out that the money was an absolute necessity for me.
Third and finally, because the movement brings forward the retirement age, as well as the fact that we are living longer, means that it is really easy to underestimate how much money and resources you'll need to maintain your standard of living into perpetuity. The unfortunate reality is you do not want to retire at 35 only to find out you didn't save enough and be in a position where at 65 you're struggling financially and no longer physically capable of doing work the way you were.
Actually, I quit and I came to get my job back.
Through there.
Notwithstanding these 3 points that people do need to have in mind in order to be pragmatic about this and be in a position to properly execute a FIRE plan, I'm generally in favour of the concept, and it is something I've worked towards in my own way for years now. Though my focus was more on building my revenue streams with enjoyable things that I could take with me on the road, as opposed to retiring with a portfolio to sell down. I hope these thoughts are useful to you guys, and they are things you should bear in mind as you plan what your best future looks like.
I'll throw myself out.
If you enjoyed this, guys, please give us a like and subscribe and comment below.